Aquarius, to your Astro Dice reading for October. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you during this beautiful October season. Yeah, it feels like a season. I think it's like Halloween. Then we have that ring of fire coming out with that solar eclipse. And then we have a lunar eclipse. Got a lot going on. Lot going on this month. So, okay. Getting straight in here. Best message coming out. We have some Piscean energy coming out into the 11th house with some Saturn energy. Love it. 11th house, one of my favorite houses. Okay, let's see what's going on here with Saturn. The part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So there is definitely something going on that feels challenging, but it's okay because you will understand what's going on, right? Sometime. Whether, between the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month, it will come to you somehow. Let's see what's going on over here with the Pisces energy. The energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens to resolve. Resolving any issues. We're talking about that challenge. It wants to soften to resolve that challenge that is going on within the 11th house. The 11th house is where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. So what is going on, right? Are we having some kind of challenge going on within a social group? Right? Am I looking for this good luck? So let's see what's going on within the situation here. I'm going to use the top cards this month, or the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. Talking about that beautiful Queen of Discs coming out, just the same as the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Hangman in reverse. And the Emperor in reverse. And I love how when the Hangman is upside down like that, it looks like he is making a 4. So it's talking about that stability within the situation. See, that 4, his leg is making that 4. So, but he's got this Ankh, which is the key to the understanding underneath his foot as he's holding on to that Ankh. So let's see what's going on here. You have the Queen of Discs. She is nurturing this situation. She understands what's going on. So there is this idea that you do understand what's going on within the situation, but you do still feel stuck with the Hangman, right? So it's like, I understand what's going on, but I don't understand what's going on. Why is it that I am not in control of this situation with the Emperor in reverse? So it's almost like I'm nurturing this situation. I understand some of the things that are going on, but I don't have any control of this situation. Why am I not having control of this situation? That's what, it's pretty much what you're kind of asking yourself, right? Trying to stay as compassionate about the situation, trying to understand, maybe trying to forgive the situation or someone at the beginning of the month, right? But still not completely knowing where it's going, how it's going to take place. And like I said, and why am I not in control of this? It does feel like you have some kind of, it's going to have some kind of new perspective going on, right? You just feel like you're kind of at a loss of the situation. And like I said, with the 4 coming out, it's kind of like I've lost the stability to this situation. I can't control this situation. So let's see what's going on there. Grabbing a card. A card for the beginning of the month. So I do feel like this is where the challenge is coming from. You might have, felt this challenge towards the end of the month and coming into the beginning of the month. Maybe you thought you were going to find your footing to the situation or, find the answers out of the challenging moment over this. But it does look like with the Queen of Discs, you're having this kind of nurturing. Like you're trying to accept this situation, but there's also this piece inside of you that's like, I want to accept it. I'll nurture it. I'm trying to understand it, but without me wanting to do what I want to do about this situation, how am I actually going to complete this, right? Because it is a loss. It is definitely. Okay, so yeah, that's where the Fool's coming in. Not really hanging around over here, but you're going to not feel like things are, you're going to figure this out on how this is going to go because it's going to bring in a new beginning. So even though you can't figure out where the control is going, how am I going to control this situation? You're definitely going to have this spontaneous kind of like spark going on that's going to definitely, right, allow you to see and look at that, see and prepare for what's next coming. Wow. So you're going to be really planning on different things. So it's not going to stay that way. I love that. And it feels like it's an energy that was coming in from last month to where now you're going to feel like, hey, things are coming in my favor. I love it. So you do have the Prince of Wands coming in over here at the mid-month with the wealth coming in right in time for that solar eclipse. Wow. Okay. So loving that with the Prince of Discs. So definitely seeing that Prince of Discs coming in with that wealth card, which is that 10 of Pentacles in the middle of the deck. I'm loving that. Having that Fool coming around and that Prince of Wands is saying, here we come. Right? Here I come on the storm over here. It's going to really boost that courage and that self-will and a lot of willpower over here as you're really, rushing in. And you're rushing in straight into your wealth, straight into what is going on within the situation. So where you felt like you didn't have any control, boy, with the Prince of Wands, you are now in control of what's going on. And then, of course, you have the Prince of Discs over here, which it does feel like, okay, well, if, here comes my money and my wealth, and I know exactly what I want to do with this situation. So, boy, talk about the 11th house bringing in that luck and granting that wish. Okay. So, yeah, you're going to feel very proud of the situation, proud of yourself for, staying by your guns pretty much, you know what I mean? Only for the fact that because you're going to say, no, this is where I needed the power. This is where I had to stick it out, right? Stick to who I am and be noble to myself because I couldn't let them get away with it. I can't allow that situation or them to do this, right? So you really played it, and you didn't play it safe. You can't say you played it safe because I don't see that at all. Not with all that fire, right? Nope, that's exactly it. You said it can't get any worse than this, so I'm just going to go out there and fight, right? I'm going to fight the good fight. So yeah, you did. You felt like there was some, rejection, there was some failure, but you're turning it all around because as soon as you figured out what the challenge was and you kind of had this idea of what's coming towards you, that is exactly when you said that's when I'm going to travel towards what it is I want. I can't let this do anymore. And I feel this excitement kind of coming in, especially at that solar eclipse that we have coming in the 14th. It's almost like because you have this, I don't know, these new ideas and these fresh new thoughts and all of this power coming in, that it's almost like, well, I can't let this hold me back, right? Yeah, not allowing yourself to have any restrictions. You're just going to go out there and do it. Prince of Discs to the devil. Wow, I love it. Capricorn on Capricorn over here saying, yeah, here we go, right? So definitely, earth on earth. So you're saying over here, yes, there it is. I'm going to meditate on this situation. I'm going to reevaluate all of this. Wow, so you're going to take the bull by the horns, go out there and do what you have to do, reevaluate, get this idea, say boom, and then sit down and then reevaluate it again because you're saying this has to be this way. Ah, beautiful air sign. Love it. Why? Because you're going to be in your air energy for sure. Yes. Get any better than Aquarius over here, reevaluating every little detail, right? Because you're going to get very analytical about the situation and say, well, I hope this is where it's going to turn around, but it's going to stay there, right? Hell yes. So now you have the you have the 3 of Wands coming in with no more strife. You're saying, no, 5 of Swords, I'm not going to allow that to happen anymore, right? Because you've made adjustments to the situation. Look at that. Having the adjustment with the Justice card, the same as the Justice card. And you're saying, I have the adjustments. I'm weighing the scales. I know where I'm going. And this is exactly where everything is going to come in. Like I said, booming with the good luck. And then you have a lunar eclipse coming in right there. So, And, now you got the full moon lunar eclipse, and you're going to say, well, here it goes, just before Halloween. So, yeah, Hierophant. Getting justified within yourself, within the inner wisdom, to know exactly where you're going, and putting out all that fire with the Three of Wands. This is where your virtue comes in. This is where you're saying, this is what is good for me. Absolutely. Getting unified with yourself and keeping that connection to what it is you truly want. So even if it's a love situation, you're saying, I'm valuing what I value with the virtue. Strife no more. Nope. If you're dealing with another person, they do feel like they're just going to give up the situation. They don't want to challenge you anymore. They're just going to give up because they're saying, you win. It's kind of pretty much like chessmate. Or, you know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're in chess, it's a checkmate. Right? I don't want to do this anymore. They lost their balance. They don't have anything left. And if it was an argument about something, they literally don't have anything. For some of them, they could say, well, I was delusional, or, I was overly protecting myself or the situation, the business, the project, however it is, myself. But it looks like they're just exhausted. They just give up. Could be dealing with a Leo, but it looks like that's exactly what it is. There's a lot of seeking personal closure when it comes to that situation. For others of you, it's just like waiting for this cycle to completely change around. So that way you can feel like everything's completely, justified and adjusted. So that way you can completely move on and expand where it is you truly want. But others of them, they're going to move away from the situation because there's nothing left. They don't have anything. There's nothing. Yeah, there's a tower. There's a sudden change. They said, well, that's it. I don't have nothing left. Well, everything shifted in your favor. You figured out what it was, and that's what it's going to be. Right? And there's nothing left. And especially for this other person that you're dealing with, especially if it's a love situation, they're just completely disappointed because they don't have nothing else they can give. Just, you know what, it was what it was, and it's crumbled, and they know that there is nothing that they can do about it. If they were lying about the situation, or if they were hiding something with the situation, with the devil, then there's nothing more that can happen. And they know that they've been caught in their lies, cheating, whatever was going on, and they know there's nothing left. Right? If it's a company, it could be the same thing. Lying, stealing, hiding things, right? However the situation is, everybody's story is a little different. But I will say one thing. It's definitely going to have this great awakening to this sudden insight of, I am so glad that it's over. Because I do feel that this was a lot of stress for whoever, this really resonates with, and no matter what area. And remember, guys, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can always go watch your, rising moon or Venus. But remember, this is just the 11th house, right? This is just of that area, of that situation. Okay, so, okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye bye.